Are we ready for an error analysis? So this is going to be Mystical Time's take on error. Mystical, if I'm not incorrect, you're saying that, so you basically started playing the game a bit more like seriously a month ago. So you're a really new player and you've already decided to start directional air rolling. Is that correct? So while I wait for your answer, what we're going to do is that we're going to, that's correct. Okay. So I don't think there's the high quality. Oh, there is the high quality. Good. What we're going to do is that we're going to watch like the 3 first levels, maybe the 4th first ones, and without like talking too much. And then we're going to go back to the beginning and we're going to analyze a bit more in depth what you're doing, okay? So I'm not going to answer like comments that are not, part of the analysis just for the sake of this being a future YouTube video. So for the people watching it, it won't be displeasing too much. Okay, let's go. Let's go full screen, actually. Let's go. Okay. I'm curious to see how much speed. Okay, we're going slow. Good. Okay. Okay. How are you going to do it with the descent and the elevation? Yes. Ooh, not enough. Yeah, that was not enough. Wrong input. I already saw that you went down when the revolution was not neutral in order to go right. Instead of going up with the neutral revolution. The camera freak out. That's when you're pissed. Down. Yeah. Okay. 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 Up. Up. Good. Up again. Up again. Up again. Up again. Oh, too bad. That's too bad. No, wrong input. Okay. We're going to stop right at your next death because I think we already have some interesting things to say. Okay, good. Okay, 205. Okay, first thing I'm going to say, you got to chill. Okay? You got to chill. It doesn't look like you're rushing things, but I'm pretty sure that you're not really confident, right? So you got to chill. What you're doing is fine. First thing I'm going to say, it's up and down, not up, left, down, left, right? Or up, right, down, left. Try to go just up and down, right? And if you had to go somewhere specific, it would be up, right, and down, right, not up, left, and down, left, right? It's always better to go like towards the tornado spin rather than towards the reverse tornado spin. Okay, so let's see. At the beginning here, you do some not up and down. So down right, down left. Right? First one, down left. So you do this because in your head, you want to go to the left, right? I'm pretty sure. So naturally, you go a bit towards the left, right? You go down, but a bit towards the left because you feel like if you go towards the left a bit more, you're going to go towards the left a bit more. But that's not the case. Upright, okay. Down left again. So, yeah, try to be precise. I advise You don't have to listen to me, right? You can keep doing that. It's not going to be too bad, right? But I teach people to be as clean as they can, right? And when you're clean as you can, like when you're as clean as you can be, then you're allowed to take some liberties, right? That's what I advise people to do. Like always, when you first start learning, you want to be quite harsh with yourself because you need to, right? But then as you get better, you're going to start doing things, a bit like wrong, and it's going to be fun because you know what you're doing, right? So down left, up, down, okay, fine. Up right, down. Okay, first level is okay. The second level, what I've seen already is that at some point you make an input when the revolution is not neutral, and so you go to the opposite way. I don't like when people do that. And the second thing, what was the second thing that I saw? Oh yeah, you don't press enough on the joystick. I mean, you don't press long enough. There's 3 phases to the exercise number 2, and you're basically only doing the first phase, right? So at some point here, you want to turn right, and had you kept your input for a bit longer, you would have managed to go to the right. Up, okay. Little inputs, that's fine. Up. That's not enough. So that's it. That is not enough. And now you don't go to the right enough. Right? So just look at that. Here, if you had pressed your joystick, if you had held it just like half a second more, you would have gone towards the right more. Look, boom. Had you kept your input, you would have gone there. Right? And now you press down left, down right. Okay? Down right here is going to make you go a bit here. Depending on the first vector that you have, obviously, but here with your vector, you're going to go a bit here if you keep the input. Because this in your neutral revolution makes you go to the left. So if you're going straight here and you do this, you're going to go a bit here. Which is what happens. Lol. See, you go exactly where I said that you would go, basically. So that is a messed up input. Okay, maybe that was a bit of a panic input. Was that a panic input, Mystical? Was that a panic input? It seems to me like it's a panic input. It was. Okay, good. So that's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's part of the process, right? I'm not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be harsh and disciplined, but I'm not asking you to be perfect because you cannot, because you're in a learning/training process. So you have to fuck up in order to learn. I was trying to catch the revolution. Yeah. So you did the input too late, and you did the input too late because the first input that you made was you didn't press it long enough. So you didn't have the trajectory that you needed, and you tried to do something about it, and you tried to press an input that was the wrong one to start with, and at the wrong time. So here you press all because of this, up input right there, right? So you don't go to the right enough, then you realize that you're not going to the right enough. Then you do another input right now, right? And then you die. But that's fine. Okay, I want to see the part where you press the input at the middle of the revolution. Up, that's fine. Okay, what was that? That was a little, I call them like a parasite input. It's fine to do that as long as you know that you've done it, right? It's fine to have parasites as long as you know that you've done a parasite input, right? Look, you ready? Right now. Boom. Boom. See that? You just made a little input right there. So that was, what is that? It starts like a reverse tornado spin. So it starts going to the right, then it goes up right, which makes you go a bit to the left in a tornado spin. It's fine just as long as you realize you do it. I don't think you realize you did that, but this doesn't look like an up and down input, right? Not because it doesn't look like one, but the way you did it, it was super fast. I think it's a parasite input. Okay, there he is. There we go. That was it. Look, you ready? Watch closely. Boom. Wrong input. It feels like I'm setting myself for the next input. Yeah, it kind of looks like in any form of sport, like you do things just to get yourself ready. I'm going to sneeze. Damn. Okay. Down right when you're supposed to go to the right. So that's just the... Thank you. Gesundheit. Thank you very much. That's just the wrong input, plain and simple. Wrong input. Okay? That's a brain fuck up. That will happen until you get used to it. So yeah, wrong input. Wrong input. Correct timing, good tempo, but wrong input. And you don't turn right at all. Then you try to turn right now. It's a bit early, but it's fine if you keep the input. And you keep it. See, you're still on the input. So that's fine. That's well done, by the way. Down, all right? So the revolution is neutral, down. You want to counterbalance what you just did. Good. You're trying to get as straight as you can, as vertical. You should have pressed up right there. You should have pressed up now. What are you going to do instead? You're going to wait, okay. Ooh, careful. That's basically not going to make you turn a lot. You're basically going to go straight here. Because it's a tornado spin, right? If you pressed up, you would clearly go to the right, right? The only reason you go right here is because when you do a tornado spin, the nose like goes on an axis like this. So at some point, your nose is going to go towards the right a bit, right? But that was the wrong input. So you should have done the input. So that's a lack of anticipation. I'm guessing you didn't anticipate because you were already overwhelmed by all of this. Hey, see you later, Stealthy. See you later, man. Have fun with the pizzas. So yeah, because of that fuck up here, right? Because of all this fuck up, right? You're kind of overwhelmed, right? And kind of panicky. I'm guessing. You tell me if it's right or no, but I'm guessing you're a bit panicky here. And you don't realize that you should make your input right now. Here, you should be pressing up. You should be pressing up here to go there. Right? Just a tiny input. Maybe have a revolution. Yeah. Alerts are going off in my head at that time. Yeah, because of the latest fuck up. So you don't press it here, you press it here, and because of that, you don't even press the right input. So yeah. I guess it's okay that you do the input right before. It's okay. But really, if right here you press up right now, you're going to go to the right also. Like you're going so slow vertically that you can take your time like to do your inputs when the revolution is neutral, right? So now you should be pressing down right now, which is what you do. You're keeping it. Okay. You could have kept it a bit more. Here you could have basically here would have been the right time to taste the full tornado spin with the down input. So the phase 3 of the exercise number 2, right? I wish people did more of the phase 3. You guys don't realize that you're going to turn for one revolution, but then you're going to go straight, right? So I encourage people to do the phase 3 because usually people just do up and down as the phase 1. So just a little input to the up and a little input down. But you should really taste what it's like to do a full tornado spin. Because sometimes it really brings you back to a nice position when you do that. So here I think you could have done it. And if you had done it, you would be here, right? You would be here. Not in the depth. Like your car here would be a bit to the left. And you would be able to go straight from then on. Okay, and now again, so a bit of panic. Here you don't press down anymore. You kind of let it go, right? So yeah, it's a bit. That's why I'm telling you to chill, right? You need to, get confidence. So you need to practice more, obviously, but you need to get that confidence. Right? You're not doing anything really bad here. All I'm doing is just a lack of repetition, mostly. You're being like, your intentions are really clean. That's what I mean. Your intentions are clean. But sometimes there's a lack of experience. For instance, the first fuck up that you did here on the level 2, you pressed the input just a tiny bit, and because of that you didn't turn enough, which put you in a bad spot, which made you panic, right? So it's just a bit more of experience with the exercise number 2, and you'll be really good to go. Up, down. Oh, okay, we're not going to count that. Okay, down, up, okay, down, up, good. Okay. Upright. Why? Why? Why this input? That's a bit of panic. You thought you were confident when you started the level, right? You thought it was good. Then you started doing one input and one revolution and kind of lost a bit of your edge. And then, boom, you go left. Reverse tornado spin. So I'm guessing here, you should have been... Why did you fuck up? Wait. Oh, I know where you fucked up. You know where you fucked up? Do you want to know where you actually fucked up? Look closely. Okay. You fucked up with your boost. So you twice in a row, you've made inputs on your joystick. Up. The first input is down, and the second input is upright. But for both those inputs, you did not boost when you did them. Instead, you boosted at the end of your inputs, right? Because I was about to say, here you go up and then down, then up. Why is your car like going backwards? And then now if you look closely, you're going down, you're not boosting. You're not boosting. Now you're boosting. And you're going to do the same thing when you press upright. Ready? Upright. And now you're boosting. Right? This is why I say always press, when you're learning and when you're training, always press boost when you're doing an input. It has to become like a second nature. If you don't do that, the car is going to turn, but you're not, just because the car is turning doesn't mean it's going a direction. So what you want to do is press an input and your boost in order to see what the car does when you press that input and you boost, right? Otherwise, there's no point pressing an input if it's not for boosting, right? If you adjust your car, but you don't boost, you're not adjusting your trajectory. Adjusting your car should always be adjusting your trajectory, except maybe when you're doing a redirect and you're adjusting your car in order for the ball to get a good angle on your car. But apart from that, when you're adjusting your car, you're always trying to also adjust your trajectory. And here, what you've done, let's look at it again, because this is interesting. I'm happy to see that. Here, you're pressing boost on the first one. And then, now you press down, you're not boosting. So you're not really going to the left. You're not going anywhere that you were going before the last boost input, right? So now you're trying to go left, but you're not going left. Now you boost when the revolution is half, right? So you boost at the end. So you're not you know turning in Rocket League in directional air roll is not a result. It's a journey. As in, the reason why you turn is because your car is moving while you're boosting. But here, you have stopped turning and you're pressing boost. So you're not really turning left, right? And now you're boosting. And now you're pressing upright and you're done boosting. And now you're boosting, right? And this is why it's fucked up. And this is why then you do this, right? Because you're like, hey, I pressed down and up and I didn't go left and right. What's going on? And so now, because you're a bit panicky, I guess, you kind of press left as a natural instinct because you need to go to the left, right? Okay, that was an interesting phase, I guess, of of your video. Is it clear? So that's what does this come down to? This is hand-eye coordination. Well, everything is hand-eye coordination, but this is truly a hand-eye coordination problem where you didn't boost at the same time that you pressed an input. Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So now you're okay. So now you're chilling. Okay, now you're like, okay, I'm straight. I can get back to normal, which is what you do. Okay, so you're making two inputs at two revolutions. You could have made one input longer again. Here, if you had pressed up just a bit longer here, boom, just a bit longer, you would not have needed to do it again here. Okay, but that's fine. Okay, now you should be pressing down. You should have pressed down before. Press down now. Now you want to press down. Okay, when do you press down? Down. Oh, and same problem, Mystical. So two things here. First, you're doing the same mistake of not pressing boost. Look, you're doing the input to press down, but you're not boosting. You're boosting at the end of pressing down, right? And secondly, here you're pressing to go towards the right, but look how much you boost. Look here, right? That's the moment, right here. Look how long you boost for. See? That's a long time to boost. You stopped feathering your boost here. You went full boost, right? It's not a mistake. I'm just saying it's not a mistake, but it makes you take a lot of speed towards that direction, which then you don't stop while turning left. You start pressing boost now at the end of your input. See, you're not pressing the input anymore. So what does that do? That means that you're not slowing down that much, right? Which is why you're going to this ring like, oof, you passed it, but I thought you were not going to pass it. Okay, good for that? Good. Okay, we're pressing up a bit late here. So that's fine. It's a bit late though. Careful of the tempo, right? If you press up right now, like right now. Oh, okay, my bad. You did. I thought you pressed it a bit after. My bad. You did press it when it was correct. Right there. Okay, you did press it a bit before. Okay, up again right now. Up, go up. Oh, you should have gone up here. Hoopla, 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 hoopla. I keep thinking I will hit the ring if I hit it that early. Yeah, and the reason you should not even think about that is because Rocket League is mostly about anticipation and optimization, right? So what happened is that so every time you make a mistake of an input, usually it's because you made a mistake before, right? And this is what happened because of this right here. This is what fucked you up in the end, right? This is why you always have to be one step ahead of the map and the trajectory and speed that your car is already taking now. So, which is, I just described anticipation basically, but yeah, you got scared of this. But had you been clean for that, you would not have been scared. Like press down right now and press boost, and you're gonna go here. So then you can make on the next revolution another down input in order to go here, and then you're vertical and you're free to go, right? So here, bam. Now you should be pressing up. You don't press up and you stop boosting. Look at that. You stop boosting for a whole revolution, so you go down because of gravity. And that's a bit panicky right there. And so you go down while having horizontal speed, which means you're going to go beyond the ring and fuck it up. Okay, so I think it all stems from here. All of that stems from here. Because like here, you're like relieved. Yeah, that you kind of like, it feels like, it looks like you're relieved from having gone through the ring and not hit it, right? And because of that, okay, you have an ad. We're going to wait for the end of the ad. Okay, what I was saying is that you kind of feel relieved here that you didn't hit the ring. And it all stems from the mistake that you made before, right? This mistake right there. Boom. That mistake. Then you're worried that you're going to hit the ring, and you don't hit the ring, and now you're like, okay, I didn't hit the ring. And you kind of stop thinking and anticipating. So here you should be pressing up. You're not pressing anything. Then you let go of the boost for one revolution. Now you press up right now. So have the revolution, you press up without boosting. Had you boosted right now, it would have made you go this way to the left. So anyway, this with the wrong input, right? But you stop boosting for a whole revolution, and now you go down and you go beyond the ring. So it all stems from your mistake. It all stems from this boom, this mistake, right? Okay. Okay, that was upright and tornado spin. Okay. Down again. Look. Ready? Look, you're pressing down. You're not boosting. You're going to boost now. So I did not realize at the start that you did that mistake that often. This is really going to make things hard for you, right? Because you're trying to work on a neutral tempo for the inputs, but you're not boosting at the neutral tempo. You're boosting at the end of the rotation of the car, right? At the end of what the input does. So you do that way too often. You got to be consistent with hitting boost as soon as you press an input. Upright, but you're not boosting. Now you're boosting. Down left, this is going to make you turn right. So you don't boost. Thank God you don't boost for you, but that was close. That was a lucky shot, by the way. What the fuck? Yeah, you're doing it too much. Down and then boost. Up and then boost a bit here. Now you're pressing down when the revolution is 75%. That makes your nose go to the right, just like this, right? This happens, everybody does that, okay, Mystical? Everybody does that mistake. So what's the mistake? You're pressing an input that should make you go left in a neutral revolution, but because you're pressing it at 50 to 75% of the revolution, it makes you go right. I don't like that, personally, because that means you're also telling your brain to do two things for one input. And if you start having that philosophy, you might as well learn all the inputs by heart, right? Because the tempo, the neutral revolution doesn't matter anymore, right? So this is a bad habit that I always talk about, because everyone makes that mistake, but then they realize when they do the mistake that it's a mistake, because it fucks them up later on, because you're asking your brain to work twice as hard, because basically you're trying to learn a new angle of the revolution for the same input. And if you start thinking like that, you're going to start wanting to learn different angles of the revolution for one input. And that's just too much work. Your brain is not supposed to be learning 64 inputs by heart. Even if there's like, because I say there's 8 inputs on the joystick, but if there's like just 4 inputs on the joysticks and on the joystick and 4 angles of the revolution, that's 16 different inputs. You don't want to be learning that, right? So let's look at it one last time. What you do here, so you do input and then boost, right? And then here you need to turn right, so you turn to the right, but you're not boosting, so you're not turning right. Right? You're boosting now, which is fine, I guess. But here you need to turn right more. So why did you not turn a lot here? Because it was too small of an input. Look at the input. Oh, shit. Look at how little the input is. Ready? Down, up, up. Too little input. The input was too small. That was, again, a phase 1 of the exercise. Here, you should have done maybe a tornado spin with the input up, right? In order to really turn. But instead, what do? You ready? Boom. Down right, which is supposed to make you go to the left. But if you do it now too late, your nose is going to go towards the right, which is it's going to do. Boom. And now you're going to boost and think that you managed it. But instead, I believe that you kind of, it's like you kind of abused your head, basically. Right? You could have been much cleaner with a neutral revolution if you had kept the input up on right before. Right here. Boom. If you had kept your input here, it would have been much cleaner, and you would not have asked your brain to do something that crazy, that hard. Okay, down. Okay, down left for because natural instincts makes you want to go to the left, but down would have sufficed here, even down right, obviously. Oh, wait. Okay. And now you're keeping the input too much. So here you do the opposite of what you always do, and what's a mistake. But here it's a bad choice. It's not a mistake, it's a bad choice, right? Here, in order to put your car to go like horizontal a bit more, you could have just pressed once, like phase one, while pressing up. Just once, press up. So you did it a bit too late to start off. But you should just press it once, and here you keep it too much. So it starts doing a tornado spin, and now your nose is facing the camera. Right? So you can save it by pressing down right now for a tornado spin. Instead, you press up. Be careful if you press up. You're going to go to the right, which is what you do. Okay, so let's look at it one last time. So here you press up too late, like right now. Boom, boom. Now it's up. Okay. You keep it a bit too long so the nose goes towards you. You let go. And now if you press down right now and you keep it enough, you're going to go woo towards the next ring. But what do you do instead? You press up left, which makes you go to the right. And then you go down. Oh, so do you know what you just did? So that was like a quarter of a half reverse clock. So you're going to go left for sure. Or you're going to go right for sure. This is half a reverse clock. Up, down, up left to down left is a half a reverse clock to go right. And this is what you do. Now you're pressing down. Okay. Okay, you're saving it. Oh, wrong input. Look, wrong input, but you know why it didn't do anything? Because you're not boosting. Oh, wait. You're boosting. My bad. Wait, are you boosting? So that's the wrong input, though. Boom. Camera lock. Boom. Up left. Okay. I guess the fact that you slowed down kind of obliterated the input for somehow, right? I'm guessing it was a short input too. I didn't see how short it was. Yeah, okay, it was like a very short input. Okay, camera good. Oh boy. Okay, a bit late on the input. So we kind of have a tempo problem. Right, kind of. You could even be more like harsh and disciplined with your tempo. Sometimes you do them well, but many times you still do them not well. You didn't boost here again. Look. Look. You're not boosting. RB is not pressed here. You're not boosting. You're going down, but you're not boosting, so you're not going left. Now you press. Okay, little inputs. Okay. Down. Okay, down left, up right, okay. Right? Okay, that's fine. Down. Good. Down again. Down again. Oh, you're cheating. Down, 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 down. Okay, see? Perfect example. You're going down. You're not boosting. You boost right now. If you go down when the revolution is neutral, here, you're already going to turn to the left, right? Do you know what I mean? Then you press down again, and right after, so a bit sooner, you press the boost a bit sooner here, which is better, but down, 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 yes, up. Ooh, wrong input. That's fine, that's fine. It's the wrong input, but that's fine. Yeah, you set up the car and then you boost. So you don't have the turning motion. So you're wasting time. On top of that, you're wasting time. And while wasting time, you're also taking, you're still taking horizontal speed that you wanted to correct, right? So you're taking a longer time to correct yourself. Okay, left. Those are, okay. You don't need to go left and right to go left and right. Just keep that in mind. Careful, that was the beginning of a clock. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? There's a lot of inputs here that are like unnecessary, right? What? Okay, you want to slow down here, so you better press up right after, which is what you do. Okay, press up instead of right here. It would have helped you, right? Down right now. Okay, you're going down left, okay. So you're making really short inputs. Left, okay. Up, okay. Right, okay. I don't like it, but okay. So be careful. You were starting to do a... You're starting to do a... That was the bit of a clock here. Up, okay, good. Left. You noticed how often you do an input and you boost right after. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, press up. Okay. You should really go up instead of right. Because now you're not really going to the right. You're going straight more than anything. And now you press up, but you have more horizontal speed, which means you got to turn more. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Wrong input. You don't really want to go left here, right? But you're not boosting. And then you're boosting now. To aim up, it kind of gets the joystick to top right, although my mind might be playing games on me. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's your controller and you, right? Sometimes you want to press up and down, and you're pressing a bit up right and a bit down left, right? I'm not talking about you. I'm saying everyone. We all do that. Sometimes it's just us, right? Because from what I'm seeing here, your joystick doesn't seem to have any kind of a drift stick, like stick drift. Or drift, how do you call it? Joystick drift, right? So you're pressing down and you're not boosting. And you boost now. Up. Okay, fine, good enough. Up and then boost. Down and then boost, okay. Whoa. You made two wrong inputs in a row. Wrong input. Wrong input. So while you're pressing up left here, you need more to go to the left. See, the trajectory is going to the left. So that's the wrong input. You don't keep it enough to have a difference, but still. And then you're ready. Boom. Boom. And where do you think that makes you go if you keep the input? And stop the discipline to the temple. Yeah. I understand. Where does this input, if you keep it now, if you keep it long enough, where's your car going to go? I'm asking you. To the left? No. No. Yeah, to the right, which is what you do basically. Look. Right? You go. It seems like you're going straight now because the input was not long enough. But if you keep the input here, yeah, exactly, because the revolution is half. Boom. So this is what you did before on the second level in order to turn right, okay? And so I believe that this one is kind of a fuck up, but the one before is a bad habit, right? The time when you did that before at the second level is a bad habit. This here kind of looks like a mistake, right? Just a mistake, right? You need to turn down now and boost, okay? Okay. Oh, whoa. What was that? Okay, so this is half a reverse clock. How is your revolution when you start doing it? It's half. So if you did that correctly and you boosted, you would actually go there to the left. But you don't boost here. Yeah. Okay. All in all, it looks good until you go to the details and you realize that there's a few things that you do incorrectly from the get-go. So the first thing I'm going to say is the up-down input. It's up and down. It's not down left. It's not up left. If you start doing those things, at some point your trajectory you're gonna have a bad one. I mean, at some point, you're gonna miss some aerials and some balls because you went to up left or down left instead of up and down for sure. Unless you know what you're doing, obviously. Right? So here I'm asking people to be clean up and down, right? Then the tempo. You have done the mistake that everybody does, that I did too probably, of doing an input when the revolution is neutral. So for instance, a concrete example is when you press down in order to go right when the revolution is half. I don't advise to do that. Because if you start thinking this way, you're going to want to learn every single different angle of the car for just one input. And that is too much work. And it's either you learn it by heart or you don't. So if you don't, it becomes a bad habit. So again, up and down, neutral revolution. If you do an input at the middle of the revolution, usually it's because you did not anticipate well enough before, which brings me to my next point. And you need to anticipate a bit more of your trajectory according to where you need to go next, the next rings, right? You constantly need to be aware of your own speed in order to not get panicky and fuck up and then mess everything up. You know what I mean? And yeah, it also makes me think of the next point, which is start pressing on the joystick more often. Like, not more often. What am I saying? No. Start pressing on the joystick longer, for a longer time. You're only doing the first phase of the second exercise. Okay? You should be pressing sometimes the input for a longer period of time in order even to make a tornado spin with that input. If I do a rings map, many times in like the first two levels, I'm going to do a few tornado spins, right? So you need to, but in order to understand that, you need to taste it. So you need to force yourself to sometimes keep the input for a whole revolution and see where it brings you, okay? And now the final point is basically the biggest mistake you're making to me It's not pressing boost when you're doing an input, but instead pressing boost when the input is done. Okay? If you do that, you're never going to know what the input does to your car, right? You're never going to know, right? So, yeah. And this comes down to, I guess, the boost finger independence, and also hand-eye coordination to every time you press an input, you should be boosting. Even if it makes you fuck up, at least you know what the input made your car do, right? So this is not about the method. This is just about learning. You would rather like kill two birds with one stone by, if you make a mistake, actually make the mistake, right? If you press the wrong input, but you press the boost correctly, at least your brain has tasted where that input brings you. But the thing here is that even if you make mistakes, you're still not learning well enough because you're not doing the mistake fully. Do you know what I mean? It's like if you don't press the boost at the right time, you don't see what the car does when you do the input. So you don't even have the opportunity to learn from that mistake, right? That's what I mean. Okay? Et voilà. I think this is the end of this error analysis. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time.